Hey Scorpio, and welcome to the Zarious Tarot. My name is Drea. If this is your first time visiting my channel, then welcome. If it is not, then hey, how you doing? Welcome back. I'm doing the bi-monthly love readings for January and February 2020. So happy new year, guys. Happy new year. We are in a brand new decade, 2020. What does it hold in love for Scorpio? Absolutely wonderful. January and February for Scorpio in love. Let's see what we have, Spirit. See what we have for Scorpio, January and February in love. Okay. Oh. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Magician. Oh, and the Four of Wands, and the Justice card, and the Hermit, and Temperance, and the Queen of Wands, and the Sun. How beautiful. Okay, so Scorpio, we have the Ace of Wands, the High Priestess, the Eight of Swords, the Three of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Death card. For January, for February, we have the Hanged Man, the Knight of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. Overall energy is the Magician. So initially, Scorpio, in January, there's some form of healing from heartbreak here. There's some, your intuition is telling you something, which you must listen to. I always say the High Priestess is Scorpio energy, although classically it is Pisces, but for me it very much feels like Scorpio energy. So I would say that you are showing up in your reading. You're also showing up in your reading right here with the Death card. So you have a brand new physical beginning. It could be some form of, it could be a relationship that is a physical relationship. It's not necessarily a love relationship. Maybe you want it to be more. Maybe the other person wants it to be more. Your intuition, your instincts are telling you something, but you're not acting on it because you're in your head, or vice versa. And it leads to heartbreak because of you being in your head, and this non-action leads to heartbreak, but then you do heal. There is healing here with the Four of Swords. There's healing. There's a lot of air energy as well, but there is healing from this Three of Swords. So I feel that even though you're not acting, maybe you're preserving your heart in some respect, but there is some form of healing that comes from that, and then a change in transformation. So it could be, I feel like in January that you're having a physical relationship with somebody. Your instincts are telling you something which you probably have been ignoring, which you are ignoring because there you have the Eight of Swords. You're in your head about it. You're saying, oh, I don't know. You have this broken heart, but it begins to heal. And once it heals, or once you realize that, you're in your head about a particular situation, then comes change and transformation. Then comes the change, the death, the rebirth. And this is something that can't be avoided. This is something that is definitely going to happen come the end of January. There's going to be a rebirth. Something is going to be so, your instincts would have told you at the beginning, but it's going to happen by the end. And there's heartbreak in the middle. So it could be heartbreak from the past. It could be that you do go through a breakup in a relationship. But because of that, it gives you time to reflect and rest, and then the change comes. So it could be a breakup, even though it's not the Tower, but it could be a breakup. Okay, so then for February, we have the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is seeing things from a different perspective for sure, because obviously when you end January, you are ending January with a death and a rebirth. So the Hanged Man comes in February to see things from a different perspective. You have the Knight of Pentacles here, so it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn you're dealing with, and it's about moving slowly and towards a goal, towards some form of harmonious partnership. It could be within business. It could be a good job. It could be a job. It could be education of some kind. You're also walking away from an emotional situation that didn't serve you. So given that this is around the same sort of place, it could be that that you're focusing on work and not so much on a relationship that didn't serve you, or a level of emotion that didn't serve you. You know, I think the Eight of Cups can be quite often leaving emotional cycles behind. I feel that it might not necessarily always be walking away from a relationship. It could be leaving emotional cycles behind, which means emotional patterns of thinking that evokes certain types of emotion that brings about a negative outcome. So it could be leaving emotional cycles behind. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. So somebody could be giving you a gift, you could be giving gifts, or you could be receiving gifts from the universe. And then we have the Ace of Swords, brand new beginning in clarity, honesty, spirituality, and communication. And the overall energy is the Magician here. So the Magician could be Gemini energy as well, although the Magician could be Aquarius or Libra, but I always say it's Gemini. And yeah, it's the Magician is all about being able to manifest your heart's desire, having the skills and the attributes to have what it is that you want in your life. And so, you know, Scorpio, it's about having confidence in yourself and coming from a place of love. The Magician is the alchemist, so it's all about love, sharing love, and loving yourself. I think more than anything else, it's about loving you and knowing what's best for you. If it's a relationship, if it's work, knowing what's best for you. So it could be, look, it could be a breakup of a relationship. We've got the Ace of Cups there with the Three of Swords. I feel like in some respects it could be healing also. It could be healing also. It could be something healing to do with a fire sign. It could be a fire sign that comes into your life that facilitates some form of healing from this broken heart. Could start off as a physical relationship. Could start off as a physical relationship. A Chariot. Oh yes. And then the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, Page of Wands. Okay, so I'm going to take that Page of Wands. I'm going to put him right there. Okay, so Scorpio, you have the Nine of Cups with the Ace of Wands, and this is why I'm saying it could start off as a physical relationship, something physical, no emotions involved, just a bit of fun. Well, maybe not a bit of fun, but maybe, you know, fun in January. And then you have the Knight of Swords and the High Priestess. I was going to say the Hanged Man and the High Priestess. So with the Knight of Swords and the High Priestess, this is your intuition telling you that the intuition you may have been ignoring, your instincts that you may have been ignoring. And here with the Knight of Swords, it's about truth coming out or truth coming in. But either way, it's a mini Tower moment. So it's going to cause a shake up. It's going to cause a shakedown. Within you or within your relationship, it could be. So then we have the Nine of Wands with the Eight of Swords. So although you're in your head and you're really not sure about acting, you then have the Nine of Wands, which means that you're battle weary. So this Three of Swords could be something from the past for some of you. You're battle weary, but you're persevering. And then we have the Three of Swords with the Ace of Cups. So for some of you, it could be that you receive healing, lots and lots of love, like unconditional love with this Ace of Cups. It could be new love as well that comes in. It could be to do with a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo or Aries. It could be new love that comes in that allows you to begin to heal from this broken heart, because you have the Four of Wands and the Queen of Wands, the Four of Swords, sorry, and the Queen of Wands. So the Four of Swords is healing, and the Queen of Wands could facilitate that. It could be that she is this new love that is in your life and facilitates your healing in some way. It could be, yeah, or it could be vice versa. And then we have the Death card with the Page of Cups. So with this death and rebirth, it could be an apology that comes in, or a very small message of love, a small message of emotion. But it could be also an apology. It could be some form of realization that, you know, you have to apologize to someone for not taking things seriously, and for not taking things seriously. Okay, because you can see that there's been some past hurts. There's been hurts in the past, and where things on the surface in the beginning seem like everything's okay, wish gets granted, you get to have your physical relationship, yay, and then your instincts or your intuition is telling you something, that there has to be some truth to this situation, there has to be some honesty to this situation. You've been through heartache and heartbreak and battles, emotional battles in the past, but then new love could come in, which facilitates the healing of that broken heart. And as I said before, it could be a fire sign, or it could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio as well. So then in February, we have the Hermit and the Hanged Man. So it could be seen it could be seen an earth sign from a different perspective. It could be seen a Virgo is particularly from a different perspective, Scorpio. It could also be that this is your energy as the Hermit, where you're going within and seeing things from a different perspective as the result of this rebirth. You are kind of being reborn, I feel, when you come out of this Hanged Man. When you come out of being tied up, you're going to be brand new, you know, you're going to be brand new, seeing things from a different way, having a new lease on life. We have the Sun here with the Knight of Pentacles. So you're going to see that you can have abundance. You're going to see that you can have happiness. You're going to see that you can have all of the things that you want, and you're going to move slowly towards it, Scorpio, for sure. Even though this is the Knight of Pentacles, I just feel like that Knight of Pentacles is you in this respect. And then we have the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. So here it could be a harmonious partnership with a soulmate, an ex, someone from the past. It could be a reconciliation. I didn't see that for this before, this previous reading, but it could be a reconciliation in some respects, or it could be someone from your past. It could be an ex. It could be somebody who you have just been friends with, who you then become more involved with. And you're working really hard on leaving behind emotional situations, an emotional situation. You're working really hard on that. You're focusing on your work, or you are working really hard on leaving behind patterns and thoughts and behaviors that have negative outcomes in emotional situations. So it could be that evokes some type of emotion that makes you act a certain way. It's kind of like that fight or flee theory, where, you know, you have that decision in your mind when a relationship gets to a certain stage, and you have that decision in your mind. Well, what do I do here? Do I just leave it here? Don't want to get too involved, or do I stick with it because this person seems like they could be a soulmate? This person seems like they could be a good person for me, you know. And I feel that in February, after some self-searching and a change of outlook, I feel like you definitely do feel that this is something worth working on, that you're worth working on. And this could be a soulmate relationship. It could be with the Three of Cups, it could be a soulmate relationship. It could be a past life relationship as well, or an ex. So, you know, you could be saying, okay, well, I feel that this person is for me, and let me work on my emotional patterns, you know, my patterns within relationships that causes breakdowns. And I think once you do that, I feel that there is the Chariot here and the Six of Pentacles. So, you know, there's a freeness in the heart. There's a freeness. There's a galloping ahead. There's a success. There's a almost like a 10 of wands placing down your burdens moment, where where there's a freeness in your heart. You're happy, you're free, especially with the sun. You know, February is a really, really pivotal month in terms of how you see things from a different perspective, what you are now conscious of, what you are working on, and how you act from there on in. And I think these four cards here at the end, are very much about you acting in a noble way, a very noble way, you know, taking responsibility, being honest and truthful, making an offer to someone. Could be making an offer to an air sign, Aquarius, Libra or Gemini, and you could be moving forward with a Cancerian, because we have a Cancer energy here, or an air sign. So with the overall energy as the Magician and the Page of Wands, it's very much about you being the alchemist, having the skills and attributes, as I said, to manifest your heart's desire. And with the Page of Wands, you are making moves towards that. And that's why I felt like I should have taken that Page of Wands, because it felt like it was just that's you taking that step to do so, sending a message in the beginning, being maybe naive in some not naive, innocent in some respect, because you don't know how it's going to turn out, but you are taking those steps anyway. You are taking action, and that is the main thing. So let's see what the Oracle deck has to say. Okay, so for January we have Transience, Enchantment, and Eternal Flame. And for February, we have Message from Afar. Okay, so for January, we have She is the Moon. Let's move these over a little bit, running out of space. Make sure you can see them as well. And for February, we have Knowing Without Knowing. Just knowing deep within, deep sense of knowing. All right, so let's read. So we have Transience. And it says, it is possible to transcend a current difficulty by shifting your awareness and focus. Love can help you rise above all obstacles. It will help you see things from a higher perspective, and your problems will seem much smaller. Sit quietly in meditation. Imagine the streams of crystal-coloured light flowing down upon you as you feel the light pouring into each of your 7 energy centres of your body. Allow the light to flow to fill every part of you. Feel the earthly concerns fade away as you connect with the infinite power you hold within, and that is Transience. And then we have Enchantment. So this is really getting yourself carried away, you know, getting really deeply rooted in the energies of spirit and the universe, and really just taking a dive into spirituality, and a dive into allowing, and a dive into allowing yourself to be engulfed by spirit, for sure. Okay, so we have Enchantment, and it says, slow down. See and feel the love and beauty that surrounds you. Stop and smell the roses. Gaze at the stars and feel the breeze caress your face. Feel the glow of the sun and earth beneath your feet. Think of someone and connect with them spiritually. Send your love and light and blessings. Observe nature and her changing seasons, autumn leaves, a misty sunrise, dewdrops in the morning, the waves of the ocean, luscious blades of grass, a rainbow, a smile, a kind gesture, sincerity and love. In spite of all its madness, difficulty, pain and suffering, the world is an amazing place. Life is amazing. The sky is amazing. The earth, the universe, the great cycles of life, death and rebirth, and you are amazing. And that is Enchantment. And then we have Eternal Flame, and it says, an eternal flame glows with you. It is the flame of your eternal truth. You are being encouraged to live your truth. Don't let yourself be swayed by popular beliefs if those don't resonate with you or are contrary to your own beliefs. The universe is testing your faith in yourself. Will you hold your ground or give in? Consider that the right path for another may not necessarily be the right path for you. And the right path for you may not be the right path for another. Stand firm and you will feel empowered and also liberated. And that is Eternal Flame. And then we have number 21. She is the moon. And it says, your manifestation is unfolding in perfect timing. If you feel something isn't happening fast enough or is happening too quickly and you are unsure if you are ready, be assured all is well. If something is not clear and you would like it to be more so, the clarity you seek will come to you. Don't worry. Don't try to force insight. Just be with what is happening now and trust. You are moving and growing and all is well. Soon you will see that for yourself, just as the moon grows full and revealing, even in the midst of the deepest night. So all will be revealed, Scorpio, all will be revealed in January. So then we have message from afar for February. And it says, have the courage to live your dream. Let all unfold within your soul. Listen to your inner voice. Be yourself. Do what your heart asks of you. Live, speak, breathe your truth. Every situation you find yourself in is here to help you grow in love and wisdom. Always make the most of life. Focus on what you have and not on what you don't. Be grateful. Show compassion for those less fortunate than you. Smile more often. Dance when no one is watching. Think about your eternal soul. Think about eternity. Think about heaven. Remember to smell the roses, look up at the sky, to feel the earth beneath you and the endless universe that surrounds you and the stars above you. Feel the breeze, the trees, the love that fills and surrounds you. You are loved unconditionally no matter what. Think about 1,000 years from now. Think about 1,000,000 years from now. Where will it all be and how much will it all matter? So number 41, knowing without knowing, for February 2020 for Scorpio. And it says, this oracle speaks to you of the opening up of your higher mind, which is exactly what I was just describing, but without using those words. Your higher mind of the part of your intelligence that can dialogue directly with the forces of divine guidance and creation. These forces use symbols, abstract communications through dreams and visions, through impulses that circumvent your conscious mind and have words streaming out of your mouth or flowing through your mind that you have not created of your own volition. Someone speaks to you and you respond with words that you feel you are hearing for the first time as they pour out of your mouth. Whose words are these, you wonder? It is your ancient self that speaks. Trust the stranger mysterious at this time. It is another way of an ancient way of wisdom that you are tapping into now. Enjoy this new sacred connection unfolding. This oracle is confirmation that you have relationships around you now and continuing to come to you that are of long times past, karmic connections that will take you further on your journey of love. And that is definitely 6 of Cups there. I feel that this is a big journey of love for you, Scorpio, and you're going to come into your spiritual awakening for sure. Like, you know, yeah, you are. This is going to be something that you're not going to be able to avoid. I think it's just a natural progression. I don't even think it's not going to be a bad thing. I just think it's a natural progression. It's part of evolving as a human being. It's part of evolving emotionally and spiritually. It's just an emotional and spiritual evolution, and it's part of being an adult. You know, sometimes we carry baggage and we carry things that we can afford to let go of and afford to change about ourselves to ensure that we are happy in our own future. You know, so ask your question, Scorpio. Okay, so the first card out for January is take action. Ask your question, Scorpio, and the angels will give you an answer. Ask your question, Scorpio, and the angels will give you an answer. Don't stop. Ooh. Ask a question, Scorpio. Reconsider for February. Oh, and improving health. So that is all I have for you guys. Thank you for coming back to watch this video. If you like what you see and you like what you hear, please do like, subscribe and share. Have a wonderful January and February in 2020 in love. Mwah, many blessings to you. See you again soon.